So I thought today we'd have a nice little guest interview. Someone who, I'll be honest, I haven't seen for many, many years. And I just literally bumped into him at, I think it was like a festival or a gathering. It's Anthony, also known as No Garlic, No Onions. How you doing?
Hello, Maximus. You know what? I probably did not remember so many of my friends for the last 5 or 6 years because I'm meeting more than 20 to 30 people every day.
Yeah.
And but you, the old friends, the long history of nightlife and radio and stuff. I said, this guy is Maximus. So,
I was so shocked. I was like, Anthony?
Yeah, very happy we met again.
Yeah,
and you're still
cool,
the same vibes, same happiness, same smile, same laugh.
Yeah, man, all honesty, I haven't changed that much. I'm pretty much the same person I was all those years ago. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
So tell me about Dubai. How's everything going for you?
Dubai is so awesome. People ask me, are you happy here? I answer, yes, this city allows me to dream. Yeah. It's a dream place that allows you to dream. People want to work. People want to grow. People want to look ahead. So you wake up every morning focusing on what can I achieve today. Right. You wake up every morning focusing on what can I become, what do I need to do, and you remember that if you do not do it, someone else will.
Yeah.
So that achievement, that speed. You wake up at 6, go back home at 10 p.m. and say, okay, what did I do today? Nothing much. It went so fast. And yet you have achieved. Yeah. So this city where I call it the happy city, clean city, safe city, electricity, people driving well, fun, smiles, good food. Yeah. So you have everything prepared for you. So you have a clear mind for you to achieve. And this is the mindset in Dubai.
I like it. Now, I do have a question. I mean, obviously, I've known you for quite a long time, for many, many years. But I've always wanted to ask you, how did you even come into the whole concept of doing what you're doing now? So, I mean, obviously, you're a blogger. Or at least that's how it started off, as a blogger. I remember back in the day when you were doing reviews and checking out different places. So where did it all sort of begin and how did it start?
It started in... actually, I'm going to go back to the few beginnings, the very old beginnings. So 2008, TripAdvisor. Right. I wanted to write reviews about restaurants and remembering my places, the places I've been to and hotels. So I can, in 5 or 10 years, that was the plan, go back to that list and say, okay, I've been there, giving my opinion and giving a rating. Yeah. And then 2012, I received an email or message from TripAdvisor saying, thank you, you are our top contributor. And then I said, okay, wait, why would I work for someone? So let me create mine.
Right.
And then back then, the advertising started kicking. So the top 10 lists were paid for. Everyone who has money would be the best, or everyone who pushes for more ads would be the best food or manusha or whatever. So I said, no, you know what? I'm going to create a blog review in English, write my reviews on it, film the whole concept or take pictures of the whole concept from start to end, and take a picture of the bill at the end. Right. So this is how it started.
This I remember, by the way. I remember seeing the bills, yes.
Yeah. So I was not invited. I paid for it, and I started going into deeper and deeper in that culinary specialty, I would say. And then fast forward, I wanted to show the world my Lebanon, the Lebanon you know, but the news does not tell you about. So Lebanon was all about problems, all about politics, political problems, etc. So I wanted to show the world, inspired by National Geography and Discovery Channel, in Arabic, in our language, and it was the first show in Arabic in the region, telling the story of Lebanon, the heritage, the old villages, the good food, the 1,500 villages, and so on and so forth. 2014, first show on national television in Lebanon. Fast forward to that, 2025, it's the longest running show on national television back then. It started 7 minutes once a week. Now it passes more than 20 minutes, 5 times a week. And it grew to reconnecting with the Lebanese around the world while on the way, street food markets, Ul Akil, the box, and so on and so forth, and all the activities, parties covering the happenings in Lebanon. And 2025, it's already 13 years in the making. And same vibes, same approach, same credibility, same love of food, more maturity. And this is what it is.
We have our guest interview with Anthony, also known as No Garlic, No Onions. By the way, where did that name come from?
So I do not eat raw garlic and raw onions. I do not eat garlic at all, actually. And it started by...
Wait. You're Lebanese, man.
Oh, yes, I know. I can't, unfortunately. So when we used to get invited to dinners, my friends would say, okay, here comes the No Garlic, No Onions guy. And then the name was created naturally.
That's the best way, though. I think that's awesome. It comes out naturally. So just a couple of questions before we get into our next song. So let's talk about, like, literally, we were just off mic now talking about franchises versus local. I see now the local scene in here is really expanding, and it's actually not just expanding here in the UAE, but globally, which is crazy. So what's your take on it so far?
Let me tell you something. It used to be franchises all the way,
Exactly,
and it's not advertising, but a famous brand we all know, or company called Americana, was created out of getting American concepts to the GCC, right. And then it was okay. How can I travel around the world and experience American mainly culture while staying in the GCC? Not to say Dubai, but the whole region.
Right.
And fast forward to that in 2025, probably started in 2020 or probably 5 or 10 years before COVID, it was about us creating our own concepts. So we do have an amazing fried chicken, we do have an amazing double cheeseburger, we do have amazing quality of ingredients. So having Dubai, the hub of 186 plus nationalities, have made it a local region where we can create and not only use. So it has created lots of locally grown, pushed by and supported by the local communities. Each one living in Dubai would say, this is my country. Each one living in Dubai would say, I feel this is home. So since everyone feels they are home and not only as a visitor and leaving at the end, and this is growing more and more, local brands have been created and being exported to the States and being exported to Europe and being exported all around the world. So very proudly, I would say, the era of getting franchises has ended because we are capable in Dubai to create our own that is even sometimes the same or better than the ones imported from abroad. Definitely the big 5 names, not mentioning them, are still grown internationally and the best and the drive-through concepts, etc. But if you go and look at other things, of which very famous brands are now opening in Saudi, are now opening in France, are now opening. Your famous, I would say, that famous, street food shack, Lebanese kind in Dubai, is opening in France soon.
Amazing.
And started in Dubai. So, yes, very proudly, and we can learn a lot about that.
Well, that brings me to our next question. So, obviously, you've got all these, people who are here in the country doing stuff, trying to branch out. So, how difficult is it to actually open, let's say, your own local business then?
You need to have enough experts around you. When someone comes to me and says, I have money, what would I do with it? My answer would be, F&B is not an investment. You need to be passionate about it. It's not about having the money. Put your money into real estate. It would generate more. If you're passionate about what you do, you need to come to me and say, I'm passionate about Manaish. I'm passionate about burgers. I'm passionate about nightlife. I'm passionate about... So that passion would drive you to create or outstand yourself in creating better. So how to succeed? One, you need to understand that it's the harshest competition ever. More than 24,000 food establishments are available in Dubai only. Wow. And then you need to understand that rent is very high. All the permits you need to get are very expensive. So all of this you need to plan and then say, okay, if I open tomorrow and I have the best food in my opinion, and I have the best chefs in my opinion, and I have the best, I've done it all by the book. How would people know about me? And this is where the other part of the investment, which people usually tend to forget, which is marketing, to get people in, is, okay, I'm out of budget. What do I do now? Wait. You need to start by thinking marketing before thinking of the concept. So little tiny things, it's way more complicated than people think. I'm good at doing burgers, I'm going to open a shop. Okay, it's way more than that. But when you do it right, you will rock and roll locally and internationally.
Nice. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit another song, quick ad break. When we come back, let's talk about Ramadan and iftars and everything. Does that sound good?
Yep.
I love it. Big Ramadan coming in from everybody here at the station as well. I'm sat down today with our guest, Anthony, also known as No Garlic, No Onions, which is bad. So happy that you came in. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Maximus.
So just a couple of questions before you head off. So let's talk about Ramadan, iftar. So, I mean, obviously, what do you think makes a good place? And also, do you have any nice recommendations?
Would you allow me to call Dubai the Ramadan city of the year?
Of course.
because 1, hotels, 2, big tents, 3, every single restaurant in Dubai has an iftar menu. And then the suhoor, adapted schedules that open until 2 a.m. and some of them going all the way up to 6 a.m.
Yes.
It's happening everywhere. And everywhere you go, all these buffet, all these good food things or places have 1, good quality, amazing good quality. 2, you look at the food and all that buffet and you say, okay, wait, what? How do they pay it? How do they pay the rent? It's so generous. So it feels like on that Ramadan, probably all of them, and it's getting better and better every single year, it's about putting smiles on people's faces, letting people enjoy and eat much, and everything is made to perfection and to impress. And since competition is getting higher and higher and higher, when you go to an hotel, it needs to be the best. If you go to a restaurant, it needs to be the best because someone else will. So my recommendations, I've had couple of them. I'm not sure if I can do ads or not, but I'm going to tell you that usually you can go from a Lebanese all the way buffet with 15 plates on it. The big tents, I've visited 2 of them, and the vibes and the music and the oud and the after party, I would call them, or after hours songs and music is great. Good food. And the general vibes, again, without mentioning 1 or 2, the general vibes of that city are close to none. What's happening around Ramadan, everybody's working full on. We wake up early, continue until the end, lots of projects, lots of activations I'm doing here and there. Everyone's building up to the next half of Ramadan because the first half is usually gatherings at home. And I'm not sure what to say. Stay tuned.
And also, just before we get into another song and before you say your final goodbyes, we were also talking about the whole concept of delivery in this country as well. So can you give me a little background about it and where you think it's actually going now? Because right now I think we've hit a point where it's, I don't know, I mean, would you say it's like the delivery capital? I don't know, how would you put it?
It is exactly, and I can confirm it, the delivery capital of the world. No place on earth has so many delivery cloud kitchens and kitchens. I can tell you that I've seen it with my true eyes. One small restaurant shack that sells sandwiches has 47 kitchens going out of it.
Wow.
47, imagine. And I can tell you of others and others. So after COVID, that delivery concept has evolved in an amazing way, where the word black kitchen, dark kitchen, cloud kitchen have been created definitely in Dubai. And then the invention of the first cloud kitchen, where you have 100 or 200 or 300 brands into one kitchen, and that evolution into 4 competitors and so on and so forth. What's good about Dubai, good and bad, what's good about Dubai is that it's divided in an average of 13 regions, right? So each region is a country by itself. So each region has its own delivery. Each kitchen has its own kitchen. So this competition is, you can eat anything you want in any region you want, considering that, yes, it's only a 15 or 20 minutes between one point and the other, but 120 kilometers, it goes, it's so far. So what's happening around Dubai is, it is the city of delivery, lots of delivery. And this is what I invite brands to say, how are you marketing? Are you marketing right? Considering if you create a brand, again, and you have the best food, and you did rent a kitchen, and you have a low-cost creation, 22, 25 cost of food, and then comes the delivery, 30%, between 25 and 30% for delivery cost, and you need that marketing, because when someone opens up an application that has 12,000 different restaurants on, you have 0.001 chance to appear on it unless you pay to be the line one or you have a good marketing. So all of these are interesting consultancy thing, I would say, things one needs to understand. But last but not least, the most important part about it is the more brands we have, the more competition, so better quality.
Because the game goes up from there.
Exactly. So yes, it is price-driven sometimes, but the quality is close to none. And that is amazing about Dubai. When you eat in Dubai, I call it the food capital of the world, a food destination for the world, where all kitchens are represented, where all restaurants are opening, where you can eat for 100 dirham, for 5 dirham, all the way up to 500 dirham. You can have a manouche for 6 dirhams, and you can have a manouche for 22. So you choose which one you want. And this is that challenge of living Dubai is amazing.
So, Anthony, thank you so much for coming in today, man. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad we bumped into each other the other day, which is fantastic. And just anything else you want to mention? Anything, any final message? Anything you want to specifically talk about before you head off as well?
First, Maximus, thank you so much. It's great to see childhood friends, I would say, that are still the same and still happy and passionate about what they do. I believe Dubai is a great place for people to grow. Please follow me on my accounts, Instagram and YouTube. I'm more on the YouTube side, where I create content, long content, amazing videos that are here in Dubai and probably around the world. And even brands, I would sell or try to convince them to create real content, real high quality 4K Netflix standard content. So new discoveries every week, good food, fun. I manage all my Instagram, all my social media accounts. So send me a message, I reply immediately. And hopefully we'll meet up again and have some tasting on air after Ramadan.
Yeah, I'm down, man. Anything to do with food, you know me, man. I'm down for anything. So
thanks for having me, and until we meet again.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So definitely go check him out. That is No Garlic, No Onions. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.